Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Voodoo Works Garage YouTube channel. I'm Mike.
I'm John.
And we're here to show you an iconic knife.
Yes, iconic. This is the knife that launched 1,000 knives. This is the Midgard Viking. I mean, it's iconic. If you are anywhere near the Midgard Messer brand, or really knife collecting in general, you will know this knife. And this knife has gone through a few iterations, and we get a lot of questions on the site about how to tell the difference, which one is which. So here we are today to break it down for you.
Okay, so to make it, to rehash that, Midgards Messer, German company, owned by Dirk Hofmeister. The Viking was the very first knife that Dirk produced as a custom maker, or he wanted to become a custom maker. And the Viking was the first one that he made. I've been told he still has the original knife in his safe. At that point, I believe he decided he was going to go production, and that's where it all started. It started with a Viking or little Viking. This was the very first one.
It was just a Viking until he made the big Viking.
No, or was it? I don't know which was first, the big one or the small one.
Yeah, I think the small one was
first. The design's the same. One's just an inch larger than the other.
Yep.
And the first one was, this is a version 1. This is one of the first production models.
But you know what? That inch makes a huge difference in the Viking knife.
It does. The full-size Viking is a beast.
It is. If you're looking for something to carry in your pocket, this is the smarter choice. The big one is just. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah.
But it's.
Yeah, this is definitely a better carry knife.
Yeah.
I'm a collector of large knives, so I do like the large one. Unfortunately, I don't have one anymore. I need to get another one. But here we are. We have the version 1, the version 2, or version 3, whichever you want to call this, because they were a little different. And then we have the newest model, which is the button lock automatic.
Yes. Here, you like green. I'm the orange guy. Yeah. Okay. Now we're together. So let's talk about the automatic, and then we'll go back and explain to you the differences in them. The automatic comes in 5 colors. You have a titanium handle here. It's the only one that comes in silver. The rest of these are aluminum. So you have red, black, dark black, green, and orange. So the difference in American knives versus European knives and how it works. So this is an automatic. You know how it works. Click a button, pow, you're ready to go. This does not have a lock on it. There's no blade lock. The blade lock is a manual lock.
And it's considered a button lock.
A button lock. Yep, a button lock. And here's the thing. It will also lock the knife handle in the closed position. So if you're pulling out of your pocket, ready to show your buddy or whatever you're doing, you got nothing. So you got to make sure it's unlocked before you can open this knife.
So that sounds the same as the cheap Italian switchblades we used to buy as kids. The difference is the Italian switchblade would lock after it was open, whereas this knife, the blade will close. You don't have to press the button to close it, but you do. So it'll close like that, but then to lock it open or closed, you're going to use the button lock, so the button doesn't work anymore. And
you have to be careful with this, because if you're an American knife guy like we are, you're used to the blade just automatically locking. So you may pull this out and stab it into something to show your buddy, and it will close on you if you're not careful.
Yeah, so it's like a button lock, friction lock.
Yeah, and the friction's not very much. I mean, you can easily.
It's another step to get used to.
Yeah.
The reason it was done like this was because in Europe or just Germany, 42A.
Title 42A
is a law on knives and how big they can be and blah, 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 blah. It's being fought very vigorously right now by a bunch of
activists over there.
German companies, even Dirk at Midgards and Richard at P&P. They actually advertise against 42A and vote against it. And anyway.
Yes, it's just know button lock. So that's what you got to remember. So now going into the differences in the 3 iterations of the knife? I think there's 4, but we only have 3. I'll let you handle this.
Yeah. Okay, so I get a lot of questions on the site, and I get a lot of emails about, you know, on Midgards Messer USA, I get a lot of emails about questioning the difference between the knives. So this is a version 1. These are all little Vikings, by the way. Version 1, silver handle, flip it over, no roto lock. So this was the first version to come out, big and small.
That's the first knife I got from you.
And only silver. It
Yeah.
only came in silver. So the V2 knife, the version 2, is this knife, which only came out in blue, and it came with this little roto lock, which locks out the lock bar. So it's like a secondary lock, which made it legal.
Fiddling.
Yeah, it's a little fiddly-faddly.
We don't like fiddling.
So anyway, this, you know, I had people put Loctite on these roto locks and a bunch of other stuff. Now, so there's some debate about V2 and V3. So I'm gonna tell you how I see it, and I'm not saying this is the way it is, but this is the way
This is the way it is.
This is the way I'm going to define it.
We're messing.
Because there was actually 2 versions of this knife that came out in blue. That mechanically they're exactly the same. The only difference was the serial numbers, because this was a limited run, only, I can't remember, 300 made.
It only comes in that color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one, all the same, but they changed up the serial numbers because they did what they wanted to call a limited run of these, and it had serial number, you know, 100 of 400 or 500 made or whatever it was. Well, then they came out with another one. They did another run of them, and then they just went to S1250 as a serial number. It doesn't say 1250 out of 2000 or whatever. It just said S1250. So that's the difference. So I call them V2s and V3s.
So you never really knew where you stood, how many it was made. You just knew you had a numbered knife.
We can't fault the company for
No,
growing.
not at all.
They grew. They made more. You know, that's the way it is.
Yeah, no, we love Midgard Messer here.
So, and you know, and there again, you know, we are Midgards Messer USA.
Yeah.
So,
and we love Dirk. I mean, Dirk's.
and we sell a lot of knives, but we'll always be true to this brand.
Of course.
But I want everybody to be knowledgeable about what they're seeing and what they're getting.
So let's talk about carryability. Carryableness. This is a decently light knife. Believe it or not, with the size of it. Opening it, you have a nice thunk. I'll hold it to the mic. And it's a hefty knife. Now, it's not hefty enough to pull your drawers down, so you don't really have to worry about that. You have a pocket clip, slides nicely in your pocket, boop, and you're ready to go. This knife, what's the feedback we've gotten on this? The opening speeds?
Yeah, so some questions online about the speed that it opens. You know, this is a fat blade. Does it open? Does it struggle to open? No, it doesn't struggle
Absolutely
to
not.
open. Does it open slow? It opens slower than most, but it does have a blade that's bigger and heavier than most.
And let's be honest. If this is too long for your knife to open,
you might be using the wrong tool.
Yeah, or you've gotten yourself into a situation that clearly you were not supposed to be in. So if that's your thing, if that's the gripe that it's a slow opening knife, I mean, that's small potatoes.
It's strong enough and it's fast enough for what you need, in my opinion. And there again, opinions vary.
And the blade is thick enough, and we do not condone prying of any sorts with knife blades. But if you get in a situation where you have to, you got some meat on here.
You're not going to break it.
You're not going to break it. But they make tools for prying things, so buy a prying tool, don't buy a knife.
Okay, so we're the last part of this. The thing we don't want to forget is, to me, the biggest. So the blade steel.
Yes.
No, I'm not a blade steel guy. I love knives. I don't care what blade steel they have.
I'm not a blade steel guy.
I don't pry, so I've never really broken a knife blade before personally. But
and personally, we're not in the apocalypse. So, you know, these are collector's knives. If you use it, great. It'll do exactly what you need it for if you use it. But we're not out there chopping down trees and trying to survive, to be quite honest with you. So
we went from this being CPM D2 steel, which Dirk has used extensively. He has used other things, but for the most part, CPM D2 has always been his go-to steel. What's happened on these is we have a new steel. Jay, do you know what the name of the new steel is?
Viking Cryo.
Hybrid. Viking.
Hybrid. I mess that up every time. I always forget one of the parts of it. Dagnabbit.
So Viking Hybrid Cryo, and I might not even be saying it in the right order, but is a new steel developed just for Midgards Messer.
Yes.
Dirk Hofmeister and Bowler came together to create a new steel. Now, I don't have a whole lot of information on this.
I do.
Detailed information. Well, I don't know that that's a whole lot of detail.
I have great information
I'm
on
going to
it.
assume it's not a stainless steel.
So the steel impresses with its high toughness tool steel properties.
So I would say it's a high carbon steel.
High carbon steel. Very good for resharpening. Perfect hardness, 58 to 62 HRC. Can be perfectly adjusted by cryo. So you can set the perfect hardness of the steel for each knife. It's very good corrosion resistance, similar to powder metallurgical steel. Very good price performance ratio, very easy to process, little tool wear during processing, and water jet cutting and laser cutting possible without any problems.
So that's the official information that we have. But, you know, and I talked to Dirk about this at Blade Show, and, you know, he was excited about coming out with this steel. So as of now, as far as I know, it will only be on Midgards Messer knives produced in Italy by Fox. I believe the entire shipment of steel they had made was sent to Fox.
And PMP, right?
I believe PMP will have access to it. I'm not 100% sure that they've done knives, but PMP and Midgards are, you know, they run hand in hand. They do a lot of work together in Germany, and I believe the steel will be shared with them. Not 100% sure of that, but I believe so. And that's that. I mean, we'll see how it holds up. We've done no testing. So
It's a good looking steel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great looking blade. You know, it's not too high shine, so it's got a little dull component to it. We like it.
And if made by Bowler, then honestly, it can't be a bad steel.
No.
Again, you know, I'm not a big steel guy. I love knives for the design and how cool they are and all that, and I use them, and I don't break them, and don't
hey,
steel they are.
If steel is your thing, you know, if you're a straight Magna Cut guy, that's awesome. We're here for you.
Yeah.
This is not Magna Cut.
Yeah. And the knives I make, you know, I've used a couple of different steels. Magna Cut being the last one, for the simple fact that's what a lot of people want now. But I'm kind of backing off that. But Magna Cut's been a little difficult to get lately.
Because everybody's into it.
Yeah, in the sizes that I've been using. So I'm backing off Magna Cut. I'm probably going to start going with something new. But, you know, that's there.
Yeah.
So, okay, so please like and subscribe to the videos.
Yes.
I care not about making money off the channel, but I do want people to see it. I want to see feedback and see what people are talking about.
Yeah, we like to know we're talking to more than just the old camera there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And we're doing more videos. We'll put out another one after this one, and we may change up, you know, the location, and we may change up what you see. We may do a shop tour or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, we do have the shop that, you know, is a knife making shop, and you know, it's a shop. So to do a shop tour, we're going to clean it up a little bit and get it more presentable for you so that you can see. Because we've had some requests already. I mean, we've got 2 videos out, and we thank everybody that subscribed and is watching the videos. And we've got some questions. So we also appreciate any feedback that you may have. If, you know, we talk too much or we don't talk enough, or we don't cover something that you like or want to know, let us know, and we'll do our best to change it up and incorporate that in, because really the goal of the channel is just to introduce you to knives and knife makers, and you know, how we've seen them, how we deal with them, what knives we like and have collected, and all that stuff. So, you know, help us make it tailor-made to you.
Yep. All right. Look forward to seeing you again. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Please like and subscribe.
See ya.
See you next time.